Alright, good morning y'all. It's 44.4 degrees. It's 5:32 in the morning. It's day 47. It's May 19. We're getting back on trail. Alright, good morning folks. It is 7:11 in the morning. And just kind of wrapping up some coffee with the crew here. Tiffany, aka Cowgirl, and Midnight were kind enough to assemble some coffee for all of us this morning. There's Martin over there in the shade. There's Nurse over there kind of lifting up his pack. And Cowgirl with Xena, and of course Midnight. So yeah, so a week off, pretty exciting, feeling fresh. A little curious to see how the body reacts after a week off, but should be fun. To get word from Big Green and Heater that they have made it almost all the way back to Wolf Creek, which is nice. They were sort of like the last couple people yet unaccounted for on this jump from Chama to Pagosa. So good to hear from them. Yeah, they said that the snows really pick up at around mile 800, which is about 20 miles from where we're starting this morning, and then are pretty intense for the next 30 miles after that. So kind of the hope is today that we're able to get decently far. If we can get to that 20-mile point, that'd be great. If we can go a little further, that'd be even greater. But just like always, we'll see how we go. Super excited to be back on trail. Super excited about the crew that I'm hiking with today, and hopefully for this next little jump, and hopefully beyond. But we'll see. Anyways, that I think is all I got for the morning check-in. We are going to get hiking. I'll talk to you guys later. At 12:26 and we're at 12,000 what? 183. 187.
Yeah.
Oh, yay! And this is nowhere near our destination for the day, nor is this lunch, but it just feels exciting. Good work, man. Let's go. Yeah. All right, it is 2:14 p.m. It is 58 degrees even. Sorry, I'm trying to get a little hair off the lens here. Whew, all right, hopefully that's better. Just finishing a little wet lunch, wet dinner, whatever you want to call it. Cooked meal over here at what went ahead and served for us as a windbreak to get out of this wind so that our stoves would work and they wouldn't freeze. I'll tell you, man, I said it's 58 degrees, but wind is howling. I could conceive a worse wind, but this is really something. Goodness. Yeah, good little lunch. I think we're mostly all feeling like we took a week off. But yeah, we're about I think almost 13 miles into the day so far. Gosh, I'm gonna turn off. I'm sure you can't even hear me. I'm gonna check in with you guys later. Hopefully there'll be less wind. All right.
Guys, 7 p.m. on the nose, 43 degrees on the nose. Made it to home for the night on the nose, I guess. There's my tent, using my ice axe to outrigg the sort of center line there, and then head line is tied up to a tree. This is definitely a pretty strange sort of pitch that we're working with here. Got a rock on this one, and then this is just a dead man anchor on this point, with the vestibule kind of tied out with a bowline knot a little further out so that can stay taut on the windward side. It's windy as heck, man. It's been windy all day, and that has made it a challenging day. I don't think the snow in and of itself was overly challenging, but the snow plus the wet plus the climb plus the wind just made it a hard day. And the thing I had to keep telling myself is that today was the easy day of this jump. So, you know, we'll see how we go these next few days. It's just going to be hard. It's just going to be hard. That's really all it comes down to. Anyways, let me show you. There's Martin's tent right here. There's Midnight Chocolate's tent back here, and we are also with Nurse. But as you might be able to tell, we're not going to find any camping with space for 4 tents right on each other. So Nurse is kind of around the corner. Down by this beautiful lake. There's Nurse, and there's Midnight getting water in the beautiful lake. Oh yeah, I don't know how many miles we did. I think we were just a touch under 20. I guess you already saw that at the beginning of the video. I don't really know yet. It kind of feels like a touch under 20. I was really hoping we could get like over 20, but I mean, I don't feel bad. I mean, I would have loved to have gotten more than 20, but it was challenging. It was just a challenging day, and it's been cold and blustery windy. Yeah, golly, hopefully tomorrow, if it is, and I expect it will be more challenging, hopefully it'll be even more pretty than today was. That would be a nice sort of consolation prize. But you know, I guess we'll see. Either way, we'll kind of keep going. So Did run into a few hikers, a little group of two guys and a gal. One guy was Pat, one guy was Chairman, and the gal was called Jessie. Not the same Jessie that I hiked with earlier in this hike. They have skipped up from they skipped up from Grants on account of all the fire closures. Basically the whole CDT from Grants to here, well, from Grants I should say to Cumbres to the Colorado line is closed because of fires. So that's a big bummer, and I expect we'll be seeing a lot of folks who will have skipped up on account of those fires, but you know, that's fine. We'll make new friends, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really gonna blabber away today. I am cold, I'm tired. I gotta get in here, I gotta process videos, I gotta eat food, and I gotta go to sleep, because I think on account of tomorrow being what we expect to be a much more snowy and icy day, we're gonna try and break out of here at 6, start walking at 6. So we'll see how we go, but that's not a lot of time between now and then. Well, it's 11 hours, but there's a lot to do, so. Gosh, yeah, I'm wiped. I'm wiped. So, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.